What's up, everyone? I've been building this truck for the last 7 years. I've done countless things to this. I mean, I've put a lot of work into this truck. It's not going anywhere. It's not my only vehicle. This is kind of my hot rod. This is what I have fun building. I've been doing it for a while, but I am doing a 4th gen interior swap, and I thought I would share my points and trips and everything with you guys, just so I could help someone else out in the future, right? So I do have the 4th gen dash fitted and installed in here. This is a Bighorn. This is out of a 2018, actually a gasser, but doesn't really matter. Got everything fitted nice and well. It's completely level sitting in the truck. Here's your gap right here. Not much. I'm doing all new door seals too, so this tiny little gap will actually fill it in. So yeah, everything on this is pretty nice and tight for fitment, right? Everything works perfectly. Didn't have to do a bunch of trimming to get that to work. I'll do a more detailed video just so people can kind of see. I'll pull some stuff out to see the frame, because the frame was actually quite a bit of work to get to fit in there, right? You have your heater core, everything. So I had to notch out everything exactly perfectly to get it to fit nice and snug. What you have to do, what I had to do, right? And so I put the dash in here. I got the dash trimmed. I think I took 3 1/4 inches off the top, right? And the curvature of the window is perfect. It's the exact same curvature. So really you just had to do 3 1/4 all the way around, right? That worked out perfect. You have to do a little trimming right here to get this to go. There's nothing you can do about that. The 4th gen actually goes straight, 2nd gen doesn't, so I'm gonna probably put a little bit of foam right here, just so no credit cards fall in there. That would suck. But yeah, what you have to do, fit the dash, trim the dash, then take the dash back out, mount the frame in, put the frame and the dash in here, measure, see what you need to cut on there. And it was a lot. I probably took this dash and frame out probably like 15 times, I would say, until I got exact fitment. I was able to use the factory 4th gen mount and just rebolt it right there. Another few brackets, like I said, I had to come up with some own brackets that are welded to the frame and still bolt to the dash. So the dash is still serviceable. Nothing's welded to the truck. As far as electrical, that's going to be my next doozy. Heating and climate controls, got a plan with it, just started on them. It's a little bit of a doozy. Same with the dash cluster. That's a doozy. I shaved down the original inside of the 2nd gen cluster and I put it in the 4th gen housing. Still working on that right now. That's all my wires for my auxiliary switches, because I'm doing an aux beam switch panel, so I'll actually have one aux beam in here, all my fuse block out there. My idea for that's tuner, vacuum for boost gauge. My idea for a fuse panel. So here's my 2nd gen original fuse panel. It's flipped upside down right now, but all the wires reach, because this is exactly where it goes in the 2nd gen, correct? So what I plan on doing is a little bit more notching right there. Get this sucker fitted to where it's, I'm going to have some of this cut. And that way you can pull this side panel off and still access your fuses in case you need to pop something. The electrical, I didn't have to cut this like I've seen a lot of people do. You do have to take the 2nd gen that's in a black plastic housing. I took all mine out and I double wrapped it in plastic wire loom, so nothing's gonna rub through, and then I got a nightmare of electrical to trace out. Yeah, so everything else, the fitment, I would say, was the easiest part. Now getting everything routed for electrical, gonna be a doozy. The vents, that's gonna be another doozy too, just because what I'm doing right now in this process, getting all the electrical done and seeing what room I have left, because I didn't want to do the vents first and then the gauge wouldn't go in, right? So we're halfway through the gauge right now. It's just a lot of dremeling, a lot of sanding. I'll make another separate video on that so people kind of get the comprehension of that. This, I'm going to actually do a little bit of fiberglass work on this original bezel cover because I'm doing an iPad dash. So I found one that the iPad pops in and pops out. And so you just keep the factory radio in the back, pop this in, now you have a full iPad dash and your heat and climate controls. This, I'm not sure what I'm going to incorporate because, like I said, I'm doing an aux beam switch panel, so I don't need a bunch of switches in here. I have one unit that I'm going to fiberglass in right there. Turns everything on, everything off. Where's it at? Somewhere in here. There she is. I have a short throw shifter because this is your next issue. That is not going to work. So a lot of people cut, bend this, get it to come straight out there, but it's still got a lot of throw. So doing a short throw shifter right here, then I'm still going to cut and bend it because I'm doing the original, not doing the jump seat out of the 4th gen. I'm doing the fat center console that has 2 cup holders and a square box. That's where this is going to come through. We'll make a separate video on that when it comes in. As far as 4th gen steering wheel, it is perfect. Can't really tell, but there's one notch in there and there's one notch on here. The exact same splines, exact same steering wheel, or exact same. So fits right on. The only next downside is your clock spring. So it actually doesn't, no one can steal a truck. You have to Dremel this into this so it locks, right? When the steering wheel's out, it won't lock. As far as airbags go, I'm probably not going to wire up the airbags. I'm just going to keep everything looking good. Horn, I'll get to wire back up. Headlights, I'm going to do in the 4th gen's button, so that'll look good. What else do we have here? Everything underneath looks pretty good, right? I still have a lot of tucking to do for wiring, but, it's, what can you do so much? But, yeah, no, this is the 4th gen swap in a 2nd gen, and I have sound deadened the whole entire cab. Doing cab lights in this, starlit headliner. You can tease me if you want. I'm not really gonna give a shit. And then my plan for Longhorn seats, right? So I don't want to go through all this work and then put 2nd gen seats back in. What we're doing is Longhorn seats, but you have the issue of seat belts, and I want this actually legit. I have a family. I don't want to just fucking half-ass bolt it in here. So I'm building a roll bar that goes from right here around the back door. It's one hoop. It's going to tie in, and it's going to tie in back there, so it's nice and sturdy. That's where we're going to mount our seat belts for the Longhorn. Back is fine. Seat belt's got a proper mounting spot. And I have a post on Facebook right now looking for tan door panels. My black door panels, everything is mint. There's nothing wrong with them. They all look great. But I want the tan to match the tan. So that's a little bit harder to do just because we're waiting for someone to buy it on my post. I'm trying to trade black plastics and cash for tan plastics. But stay updated, guys. Like I said, I don't post to YouTube much. I'm gonna try and change that for this one. I wish I would have took more videos of you guys to show you exactly how I fabbed everything up. Most people, they do have to cut this bar. What I did is I grabbed some 1/2-inch square channel and welded that together so the bars aren't going. But yeah, here's another. This is off the 2nd gen frame. Just exactly cut it, weld it, good to go. Did the same thing over there. I kind of had to weld or fab up my own out of some C channel, so that one's mounted in there. Nothing hokey dokey, right? So here's your other bracket. 4th gen frame won't go, so cut another bracket, welded it in there. It's mounted, so everything is still serviceable. Like I said, you can unbolt this whole 4th gen dash, take it out if for some reason you need to go back there. I was smart, installed new heater evap system, AC condenser, heater core, and the blend doors. So heating system's going to be good. Getting the blend doors to work is going to be another thing. But here it is, guys. I think it's coming along pretty well. Wow. A few gunshots here in Portland. Nice. Anyways, yeah, fitment looks good. It's going to be really, really nice when it's all done, boys.